I think that's my win. My win is when they realize this conversation doesn't have to continue. You and I aren't going to see each other. We're not going to hang out. We're not going to kick it and go get a coffee. We're not doing any of this.
Mm-hmm.
You're just passing time, talking, because we have every fucking episode we have this thing that has given us a power that is too much, where we can just reach motherfuckers, just reach their pocket and like get a reply. And you need to back the fuck off technology.
Yeah. I think people need to realize that it's like people aren't. What's the word? They're not.
Maybe I need no. Like maybe I need to realize, that people live in a much happier world.
Oh no! It's not that. It's people don't need to instantaneously respond to a message. Like they can look at the message whenever they want. And respond in kind.
Yeah, but that's also like there's a level of like just the dopamine fiend that we've raised in this world where it's like
a message.
Yeah, it's bad. It's so like, dude. For example, what is the point? Of commenting on something nowadays anymore? Why?
Yeah,
it's to what end?
Yeah. Like, no one gives a shit about your perspective on things.
No one gives a fucking shit.
Too many people to care about.
Dude, like, the people that actually are making things happen are the people, if you have something to say, fucking create a platform and say it. Like, that's why I've got a podcast, because I don't know shit. So I just want to kind of, like, we talk and let my opinions be formed. Mm-hmm. But if I knew shit, I'd make a channel of, like, talking about the shit I knew.
Yeah.
So people who are actually studying the law, politics, stuff like that, go ahead. Right? But the cunts will just have it in the fucking comment section. We're like, what's your qualification? What's your qualification? Number one. Number two, it's just like creating so much noise.
Yeah.
So fucking loud. And like, you literally, like, it's this pattern. You just have to get caught into it. And as you're in it, you're just like, well, why am I doing this? Why?
Yeah.
Because if you're like, and it's fucking not, it's in everything, bro. Comments. Example, Facebook comments. If you clickbait articles now are writing based on like fucking such shit. I follow the UFC, bro. Right? I watch the UFC, so and because I followed them long enough, I know kind of like the flavor of when something's being talked about, the likelihood of it happening or not. I know what's going on there, right? So then I know when there's like a headline. Fuck, the headlines have been so like.
It's like
downplayed. Yeah. The headlines have been so, those links that you see with like that's the headline have been so fucking downplayed. They mean nothing now. It means nothing. No headline actually is like, oh, huge breaking news. It's fuck all. So the atrocities are just common now. Like, all these I get a lot of these Asian crimes that I'm hearing happen so much. So the headlines was not even the point of those headlines. You might as well just make the fucking like category Asian crimes happening, On the other end with headlines, if I use UFC as an example, you just have people like talking about, potential fight between this and this, and you're just like, motherfucker, if you know like if you don't even need to know the logistics, just if you know the history of like how they try to put fights together and how fights that are more likely to happen to get put together logistically get fucked up, you then come to understand how this headline that you're putting out just to get clicks is so unlikely.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
And if I don't know if you saw, but like recently with the Jake Paul and all that.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I didn't mind that. Guy's making his bread, making his money, good on that. Whatever. Don't like him. Whatever. But there is something that I was watching when they were talking about it, how because they themselves the Paul brothers have run boxing promotions before, right? And this is maybe their second or third or fourth, whatever, right? At least that big fight was Jake Paul's first big one, I think. Pretty sure. I'm not, unless he has those, but this was his biggest one, right? So he has the experience. And then you hear other like people trying to make their other fight card, TikTokers versus YouTubers and stuff like that. And then to hear the Paul brothers kind of explain like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. It shows you like the logistics. Like, dude, it's so... Everyone's just screaming out names. Right, screaming out these, like, just trying to make this hype. It's like right now, if we went to Western Suburbs, like Simon and Clint gimme fight, for what? Point being, it breaks down to like how closely linked that is to like what's feeding, social media, things like that. It's just about the loud noise.
It's all like everyone's just trying to play into like the algorithm.
Yeah. Oh, algorithm, literally. Like, I exist in both camps. I don't love traditional media, the way it used to be. Especially, did you see what happened with the Oscars?
What the? No.
The Oscars recently? Oh, they were just terrible. Like, I think they like made like whatever it was. It wasn't a lot of viewers. I think 10 million or 5 million or something. Right? People watching, and then it in himself got roasted. Political, apolitical, you know how it goes. And then the results as well. I think Chadwick Boseman, a lot of people feel like he got snubbed. Black Panther. But like, it also, that in itself was testament to, on my end, how I'm not with like traditional media. I don't get my news. News for me is a utility. If I see it on YouTube and like 7 News and stuff, like, I always understand it comes from a political agenda, and then I look at it from the kind of, this is just give me. I'm just here to hear what the reporting is, so I can like kind of make my move and plan my thing. Where it's to do with COVID or vaccination, things like that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, traditional media has fucking escaped me. Yeah, I'm not here watching Channel 10, Channel 7, watching these exclusively Australian TV shows we have. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah,
with the internet, right? No. But then on the flip side, you have the side that, have you been on YouTube? Have you seen YouTube Shorts? A motherfucker, I'll sit there literally like watch like fucking, I don't know, show me what's in his lunchbox for like 30 seconds.
Oh no.
And that just adds up, and you know what I mean?